Hey everyone, welcome to Saturday Night Popcorn. This is Jason.
And this is Kai, and we have another great discussion for you today. We're still focusing on short films. Today's short film is actually Oscar winning. It's from 2017. It's called Dear Basketball, directed by Glenn Keane and written by the late Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I was telling Kat right before we started press record. I was watching this last night, and Patty was like, "I'm not ready. It's been too soon, and it sucks because it's crazy to know that like him and his daughter are gone." Mm-hmm. And this was something that I don't know. When did this come out? Like
17, so it was like right after his retirement.
So, but still, like a fairly close period of time before he passed away and stuff.
3 years.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but just how like I'm a basketball fan like since I was a kid. So watching this and then being also a Kobe fan, mm-hmm. and this was my second time watching it. I watched it when it originally came out, and I was like, I don't understand how somebody was able to like really write a kid's thoughts of wanting to become an NBA player, but they were able to encapsulate and show, hey, as a kid, you are outside, you're playing with your friends, you have the hopes and dreams of getting to that pinnacle, but watching someone that actually did it and them telling their story of just like, yeah, I was just having fun and just had a love for it and a passion for it and put all my focus into that and was able to achieve greatness.
Yeah, you kind of get from this, he discusses that basketball starts off as like him rolling up his dad's socks mm-hmm. into like a little ball, and he's like shooting that and pretending that he's like making the winning shot. And who doesn't do that as a kid?
The countdown
for any sport, right?
The
like any sport that
10,
they want to play.
9, 8, 7, that was
you do it for baseball, like I'm gonna do the walk-off home run, soccer having like the last penalty kick maybe. And so everyone kind of has those, but it shows that he had this inevitable drive mm-hmm. towards something that, and he describes basketball as something that he truly loves, and it just so happened that he made it his career and stuff. And so it's like a lot of people talk about that, like oh, you want to find a career that is something that you're not working, you don't feel like you're working because you're doing something that you exactly feel like you're born to do.
And he truly found that.
I think, Kobe, no matter what, I think is if he's born again in the future, he's playing basketball and stuff. Or he was born in the past, he's playing basketball. I think no matter what, like if we have multiple lives that we live, he's always playing basketball or some
something
aspect.
That he like, something that he like is truly passionate
doing. And it's very touching to kind of see it in this like short 5.5 minute or 5 minute thing where it's just like just a story to himself and everything, and it comes off kind of more bittersweet too as you watch it after knowing that he's passed away and everything, but it's kind of like satisfying to see that he did exactly what he wanted to do maybe. Yeah, I do think in cinematography wise, I think the best kind of spot or the shot within the 5 minute short film mm-hmm. is Kobe, an adult Kobe, like hits a shot and he like jumps up and it transitions to him jumping up as a kid into his bed and celebrating. And it's like that is like a super impactful shot where it's like his childhood mirrored his adulthood and vice versa, where like a lot of older adults try to kind of mimic the child.
That was my favorite like sequence of mm-hmm. him, like them showing him balling up a sock and then him hitting a fadeaway into a basket, an imaginary basket as a kid, but you see him as an NBA superstar mm-hmm. actually hitting a basket, like a game winner.
Yeah. The color grading and the lighting and all that stuff, there's like no way of talking about that because it's a unique art style. Mm-hmm. It's a drawing kind of art style that mimics almost like an early version of Into the Spider-Verse where there's like a lot of like this sketching and everything. It's a sketching aspect. We all know we try to sketch at some point in our lives that there's like lines going everywhere and stuff, and so that's sort of the art style that's used, and lighting and all that stuff. It's black and white, and there's some color because there's like
his jersey,
some shading and everything, and so just to kind of depict that it's the Lakers, like Lakers yellow stuff or gold. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, gold and purple.
Yeah. So story potential. Sadly, this person, Kobe, has passed away, and Gianni, right? Gigi.
Yeah.
Passed away also. But story potential, I think there could have been some potential to kind of like do maybe a live action kind of like, here's Kobe transitioning from a child into like his early years, maybe his early kind of like stardom and stuff, or doing the late Kobe of him trying to like struggle between all the injuries that he had over his lifetime into like still having to play these hard fought games.
82 games.
Stuff like that. I think that's where the potential is in terms of like this short film being, maybe, I don't know, that'd be kind of crazy if they did like a Into the Spider-Verse style, like large feature film about him.
That would be so sick. So Pharrell has a biopic.
The Lego thing?
Biopic, yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be cool if there's a way, because there's no way they didn't start that process before he passed, of like, hey, I need to tell my story, like from a child.
True.
So I want to, in my brain, is me making up shit, but I would assume that they started the process of at least making a documentary, so they have his voice. So I would love if there was a way for them to, instead of having a live action documentary, because there's two documentaries. There's a Spike Lee Kobe doc, which was Spike documented Kobe playing in Madison Square Garden against the Knicks, and there's some like voiceover between Kobe and Spike, and then I think Kobe scored like 60. So like they happened to capture a 60-point game from Kobe. And then there's also a doc after the Achilles, and he's talking about him like getting through that and getting back into the game. So they have those, they have his voice there. They probably started, me assuming, they probably started a doc before he had passed. So if they were able to take all of the shit that they have and make a hand-drawn, even if it was just 30 minutes.
True.
Like, hey, here's it, or even pieced it out. Kobe as a kid, Kobe in high school, because there's so much footage of him, because that's when he got into the NBA, was right out of high school, and then they show him in his later years. I would go crazy.
It'd be a bit more, but I think this little like capsule of Kobe's mind, I think is nice to have, where it's like, it's exactly what he thought about basketball. But all right, Kai, you want to take us out?
Yeah, thanks for joining us for another episode of Saturday Night Popcorn. I'm Kai.
And I'm Jason, and we'll be back next week for another one.